I'm Kevin Hostetler, and this is my wife, Joan. We are from Central West Virginia. We pastor a small church in Parsons, and I have two businesses, one in Parsons, one in Valley Bend. They're about 45 minutes apart. I have been a funeral director for 30 years. One of the things when Joan and I met, I was serving an apprenticeship, and I became a licensed funeral director in 2015. We purchased the two funeral homes that I worked at. One of the things that I said we're going to do is we're going to pay basically a tithe out of the funeral home. And we began to do that. And it's grown every year. We had a record year last year. But it's the partnership that teaches me to not only because we sow into the ministry, but it teaches me how to treat people, to treat everyone with respect. And that's one of the things that we strive to be able to help the people of our community and do what we can for them. So in doing that, to fulfill the Great Commission, to love God and love people, to honor our community. And so it's made quite a difference. My dad pastored a church where I met Joan. We married shortly thereafter, and Dad continued to pastor there for 22 years. There was an interim pastor there for 7 years. And last year, in the middle of the pandemic, we'd been going to church there, and the pastor had resigned. So I talked to our overseer and mentioned that, if he needed some help or with the church, I'd be willing to step in and do what I could. Well, he called and said, "Step in, please," and appointed us as pastors in July this year, or last year at July 26th. This gives me an opportunity to bring a word of faith to our community. In the late 70s, when my dad became a pastor, he began really searching. He really searched, and he came across Kenneth Copeland, Kenneth Hagin, Fred Price, different ministries that resonated with him, and he began to study and to really get a hold of that. I grew up hearing my dad talk about it. I grew up, we watched the broadcast whenever it was on. I see the magazines coming in. Dad would have books and tapes. It intrigued me because it wasn't something that I'd heard in our traditional churches, and just there's something more to it. There is such an anointed connection that brings us to a place that is helping us to teach our people, this is what God wants for you. It's that love. It's because we've sown into this, but now we're seeing a love connection as far as the love of Christ from the ministry to us that we can share to our community, and people are seeing, and feeling it. The critical point was when BVOVN started, and that came on, and when it came on, because we have Dish, and when we saw that come on, it was just instantly, there's everybody we listen to.
We just saturated ourselves with it all the time, and on down the line, the partnership, realizing how important partnership is, and aligning yourself up with ministries, how powerful that could be, the partnership.
The partnership to me is so valuable, because now when I'm faced with things or whatever, I can call. There's a connection. There's no doubt that because of the partnership, I know that people are praying for us to succeed as we are praying for the ministry to succeed. And when I hear Brother Copeland say that, because of your partnership, any person that is saved under this ministry, you're part of. Man, that gets all over me.
Once you really learn about the partnership, it was, why not be a part? Because I can't reach that many people where I'm at, but supporting these ministries that do go all over the world we have a piece in that because we are partners.